What is up everybody, 24/7Bricks here, welcome back to a brand new video, and in today's video we're going to be doing something a little bit different, so let's just hop straight into the video and see what we're up to today. So in today's video I'm going to be doing something a little bit different like I told you, and in today's video I'm going to be doing a little tips and tricks video. Now some of you guys have asked me a few questions and I'm going to be answering them in this video, so stay tuned for that. And here are the people that have asked these questions. Shout out to these people for giving me this idea. And let's just get straight into the video, see how we get on. Please like if you do find this helpful, and let's just get straight into it. So the first thing that I would like to talk about in this video, and to answer the first question, pieces. Now to start off with, the first thing that I would suggest in terms of getting pieces to build the MOC is the pick a brick wall. There is a huge selection of pieces. Some of them aren't so useful, however some of them are useful, and this is just an example of a pick a brick box. It's only a small box, but like I said, there are pieces that are very useful. Now usually in pick a brick walls they have 2 to 3 different types of plants. This can be really useful if you want to get a lot of plants in bulk, and it's very cheap compared to getting things on the online pick a brick on Lego's website. Now I've got a bunch of these sand green 2x4 cheese slopes, I guess flat cheese slopes, and these are really good as they're small and you can do a lot of interesting things with them. I've got these 2x6 orange sand pieces. Now larger pieces I wouldn't really recommend. Smaller pieces are very good when it comes down to building MOCs and mini MOCs, whereas large pieces are only really good for starting a base. I've also got a couple of 2x1 medium nougat brick pieces. These are very good for filler to keep with texture and toning, as well as just to come up with something unique if you wanted to. Following this, the first thing that I would also like to talk about is that there are some interesting pieces that you can find in a pick a brick wall. For example, these two pieces here, which I did find in a pick a brick wall, and that I used in my first ever video on my Felucia video. I'd go check that out if I were you. It's got some interesting plants and stuff like that. Now literally, if there's something that piques my interest and there's something that I can use, then I will just grab it and see what I can do with it. Pick a brick walls are the perfect way to get lots of pieces for really cheap prices. Next, I'd recommend the online pick a brick wall. Now usually when it comes to the online pick a brick wall, I usually tend to get 10 of each piece. Now this could have been anything, any colour, any sort of thing that I could get, and I usually get 10 of each just to start off with, and over time I gradually build up my collection. Now that's kind of it for any sort of piece gathering stuff that I have, so let's just move on to the next step. So next, what you kind of want to figure out is what sort of figures you're going to use. So obviously if you're an Imperial era person, then obviously use Imperials and Rebels. If you're a Clone Wars era person like I am, then obviously you're going to use clones and CIS droids or CIS forces. Now here are my custom clones. I do painting videos / tutorials if you guys want to go check them out as well. Now I'm going to use these in my MOCs because I just like using them and I like displaying my artistry when it comes to painting my figures. So it's good to pick out what sort of figures you're going to use. Next, we're moving on to colour palette. Now this is really important as you want to get the right sort of colours that you're going to be wanting to use in your MOC. Now I have something here that will help me as well as hopefully help you when it comes down to building. I have this base plate with all the different colours and textures on them, and I've got them from brown to the sand yellow, I've got them from dark green to sand green, and obviously I've got black to light grey. And usually what I tend to do is pick out 2 of the top rows and then maybe 1 or 2 of the bottom rows depending on what I'm going for, and I just pick out colours that look and go well together. Now this is really important as you want to get a good colour combo. Next, what I tend to also do is I also tend to do a black border around my MOCs, as it kind of draws your eye to the actual MOC, also makes it look a bit more professional. And even if your MOC doesn't look that good, the black border just brings it more to life. And as you build more and more, your MOCs will get better and better, but the black border will just make it stand out really nicely, and this is what I like about it. Next, once you've picked your color combinations and you've built your MOC, here is a quick little thing that I just came up with. So so I can show you guys. And next you want to figure out your figure placement as well as your plant placement. Now I'd recommend using some simpler plants, not going all out and not going with anything too difficult, as you're just starting out, and if you're an experienced builder and you feel like you could do it, then go for it. Always challenge yourself, always try to do something new. But here I am just placing a couple of the green plants to give it a little bit more colour and to brighten it up a little bit more, and I think it looks kind of nice. And it's really important to get your plant placement right, because you don't want to do too many, you don't want to do too little, as it will ruin the mock and it won't make it look as good. Now don't be disheartened if you feel like your mock doesn't look too good, because like I said, the more you do, the better you'll get at it. The more things that you look at online and the more techniques that you try push yourself into, the better your mocks will become. And in this mock I'm literally just using, and to show you that you can go really simple but also make it look good, I'm literally using Legos pieces, they're plant pieces, and now I'm going to place my figures. And literally figures are the easiest thing to do. Just come up with a battle scene in your head or some sort of scene in your head and just figure out where you want to place them from there. And as you can see, this is a very simple mock, very simple plants, very simple figure placement, and it just looks cool. And that's all there is to it. As long as you think it looks cool and as long as you're proud of what you've done and what you've built, then that's all that matters. And yeah, but this was a simple little thing that I came up with. I'm sure you guys can do a lot better than this little mock right here, but always try and push yourself. But once you've built your mock, you can keep it around for a bit. I'd recommend you can keep it around for a bit and then take it apart and then try something new. This will allow you to maintain your piece collection, and it won't force you to buy a bunch more pieces that you don't necessarily need, but it's just good for you in general. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. If you do like this video, please comment down below if it was helpful, and I'll see you in the next video.